lightning trips.
Very important people. Oh my God, what the heck? Let's get it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, it is time. Sound check. Sound check. Can you hear me now? Yes. TMI Sports Talk. And it's going to be hot in here today, y'all. Oh, my goodness. It seems like the game of football has been destroyed over the past weekend when it comes to the playoffs. In the land of the D, pause, because I know some people play that damn game, but also in the land of the E, football has been destroyed, and we got the two gentlemen back on the line, and unfortunately, nobody's team made it to the next round. So we're going to get right into that, y'all. We got other stories on TMI Sports Talk, but before we go, we're going to go ahead and bring the gentleman on to the stage. Y'all already know who it is. B. Jeezy and Mr. Black. Let's get them up.
Gang, gang.
Yeah. What the heck? Wait, first of all, I want to do a wellness check on both of you. That's the reason why I asked y'all on the show. I wanted to make sure that you guys were okay. So we're going to jump right into it. I want to know who had the biggest meltdown, Philly or Dallas. But before y'all get into that, let's be proper. Introduce yourselves. We got that man at the top, B. Jeezy. Introduce yourself, brother.
B. Jeezy, a.k.a. Brandon Graham, Facebook Misfit. Gonna talk my ish, have a good time. Little petty on the side. You know, we like to keep it lively.
Yes, sir. Hey, real quick, man, we got comedian RJ Prince, man. Hey, congratulations to that brother. He was just in Los Angeles performing at Chocolate Sunday. I hope you killed it, bro. I'm gonna get back with you and see how you did on that. Hey, we got the other man in the building. We got Mr. Dallas himself. What's going on? Tell the folks, man. Mr. Black.
I'm Mr. Black. And tonight, I'm a pissed off fan. Don't nothing else matter tonight. Yeah, I do movies and shit. But tonight, I'm a pissed off fan. And that's all that's important tonight, man. That's it. That's it, and that's all.
So we gonna definitely get into that because nobody understands the depression that both of you are going through more than the Mr. Bear himself, the Chicago Bears, because we ain't seen shit since early 2000 for a Super Bowl, but we ain't won nothing since 85. So in saying that, I want to start off with the Dallas meltdown. Let's break that down, man. Something really bad happened because this happened in front at your home in front of an audience with expectations of y'all going to the Super Bowl. Like, break it down, man. What you think happened?
I'm gonna tell you what happened, man. We were all sold some bullshit. This is what happened. We were sold fantasies. This is
okay.
This is so. I'm gonna start with the game. All right, let's just start there. So
okay,
we all know that in the past 5-6 weeks of the season, Dallas and Philly, of course, we fighting for number 1 seed in the division as far as the NFC East and the number 2 seed. All right, so Philly had, their little breakdown or whatever, lost their game. So Dallas, nothing more perfect could have happened. We the number 2 seed. We got 2 home playoff games if we get past the first one. That means that if we're going to play San Francisco, who nobody really is excited to play, then it wouldn't happen until the NFC Championship game. Then you hoping that, hey, maybe we have a really on game, maybe they not really that on, and we get past them to the Super Bowl. That's the best case scenario. Um, so Green, I'm shooting my film on Saturday, mind you. So I'm gonna be honest with you, as a fan, I'm not even worried about Green Bay like that. From the standpoint of who scared me the most in Green Bay was Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers don't play for the Green Bay Packers no more. He played for the Jets. So I'm like, okay, they got a young quarterback. This is first year starting. They got a young receiver core, young tight end. This ain't the same team. We look, am I expecting us to just beat the brakes off of it the way they beat us? No. But I am expecting that we were going to take care of business. So I'm not even we got the game on a little bit in the house where we shooting, but I'm shooting a movie. But I'm not even
Right.
thinking it's a game
So
I
you
even
really
gotta
not
be
even
locked
focused.
in on. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm like, we're gonna take care of them until
Right.
we
But pause
shooting.
real quick, Mr. Black. Pause. Because and my boy B Jeezy can testify to this. Last week I said, be careful of Green Bay. They're tricky. Now I said, I'm going for y'all. I want y'all to win because them bastards is our rivals. But I said it's something about Green Bay when they're in the playoffs. It's a different team. Same
Hey,
thing I
they
said
went
about
in one ear and out the other because this ain't Aaron Rodgers. This ain't Aaron Rodgers. And to me, I'm not saying Green Bay is a Dallas killer. I'm saying Aaron Rodgers is a Dallas killer. So the fact
right,
that he gone, the fact that Jordan Love is a young quarterback first year, I'm like, surely this ain't the year that y'all gonna do this. But man, we start getting score updates 7-0, 14-0, 21-0. By the
wait,
time we got to 27,
how fast was those scoring updates coming in for you?
so it was 7-0. We shooting a little bit. One of the
Uh-huh.
production assistants. Oh, okay. Hey, it's 14-0 now. I'm like 14-0 Green Bay up. Okay. Maybe we just had a rough start. We're gonna go down, score, stop them. It'd be 14-14 before you know it. Then she
Right,
say it's 21-0. Now by the time it's 21-0, that's when I didn't know, all right, you know what? I ain't finna do it. I got a movie to shoot. So fuck them.
right,
But of
right,
course, I turned the game on when we had a break. So I'm watching just when they just in full beatdown mode. And man, this is what I will say, because y'all know I'm a realist too. So I'm a ride with my team no matter what. But this is what I
right,
will say is that they expose the flaws that we are known to have, which is not stopping the run. We got little safeties in there trying to play linebacker. We don't have the defensive tackle still to stop the run for whatever reason. We're still not disciplined.
right,
And what I do feel like is that I'm hoping, I'm optimistic we can get to the Super Bowl and win with an undisciplined team. But to be honest, you cannot be undisciplined and play winning football. Those
right,
penalties are gonna catch up to you. Not being focused. The biggest part of discipline to me is focus. And Mike McCarthy just to me never has had this team focused when it matters. Can we win 12 games in the regular season? That's cool. Yeah, whatever. But when we talking about playoff football against teams that matter, they're never prepared. And the one thing I didn't want to see is Dak and Mike McCarthy out here talking about we wasn't ready to play. It's unacceptable. Why wasn't you
right.
ready to play? For
How
what
you not
reason?
ready to play in that situation?
It's the playoffs, man. This is since I'm a what they call a millennial. Okay, so since I have been born, the championships in the 90s, I'm a kid. I'm not an adult. I'm not living in that the way that my parents and whatever the way that they were able to. So since I've been alive and paying attention to football, the Dallas Cowboys have not been a Super Bowl team. So the fact that this was the year that I got a chance to experience that and for it to get ripped away in the first round is probably the most embarrassing and disappointing loss as a fan that I didn't ever had. Like when the 49ers punched us in the mouth, it's like, damn, bro. You know what I'm saying? But this right here, a team that we were expected to beat, no other two seed is lost in the wild card. Now I know the format has been different to where that used to be a bye week, but still, I don't want to be at first. I don't want that to be the first thing that we do. So we lose to the damn Green Bay Packers, who barely made it 9-8 or whatever into the goddamn playoffs. It's terrible, man. And the only thing I'm mad about right now still is why Mike McCarthy ass ain't already gone from Dallas. Why is he still
I thought he
here?
was. I thought he
Why
was,
is
or
he still
maybe I just
here?
saw.
No,
Okay,
no, man, they
okay.
ain't made no. I've been looking. I got my phone every 30 minutes. I'm looking. Hey, man, has he fired him yet? Because I'm trying to figure it out. Ain't nothing to talk about. Ain't nothing to talk about. You'd have been 12-5 the last 3 years, and you get out here against the damn Green Bay Packers, your former team, and this is what you do. Not a walk-off field goal. Not a. Hey, it was a call that could have went either way. They beat the brakes off our ass.
Yeah, them
If
points
we were
that them
still
points
playing
that
regular
Dallas
pace,
scored.
they'll still be whooping our ass. That's how bad they was beating us. 48-16 at one point. You don't be the number 2 team in the NFC, bro, and get beat 48-16. So to get back to your original question, who had the worst breakdown? I'm gonna let BGZ go, but it ain't even up for discussion. Philly, Philly, after the last stretch of the season, nobody expected Philly to really go any further than the first, maybe second round. But the Cowboys, we got NFC Championship Super Bowl expectations. So and even though they lost by a good margin last night, they didn't get beat the way we got beat. All right. So it
Right.
ain't even close. It's not even close. It's the worst breakdown was definitely in Dallas. And then they was on the road. We was in Dallas. I'm down the street from where they played their game last night. I mean on Sunday night. And it ain't close, bro. It ain't close.
So I'm gonna say this though. Y'all points that was ultimately put up on the scoreboard really didn't mean a damn thing.
It didn't
It's
mean shit.
almost like Green Bay said, "Damn man, we can't beat them this bad. Let's
Hold
give them a
on,
look."
Tate. Hold on real quick. And then
Yeah,
that gets to the damn podium talking about some I sucked. By the time I got it going, it was too late. What do you mean? What do you mean by the time you got it going? They not even playing the same defense by the time you got it going. Because they already didn't won. They
they
like,
put the
hey,
scrubs in.
man, we already know. We already know we won the game, man. They not even playing the same level of defense. They ain't playing as hard. So them little rinky-dink ass touchdowns you got at the end of what you known for. You threw the ball 60 times, bro, to get 400 yards. That's terrible. That's like Russell Westbrook shooting
Yeah.
9 of 29 and having 35 points. You shot
Right.
29 times, Russell Westbrook. So nah, bro. It was terrible, though. It was terrible. I'm embarrassed. I'm ashamed that I'm even a fan of the team right now.
So let
It's
me
the
tell you,
worst. The worst, man.
let me tell you this. When that shit was going down, somebody was losing their damn mind heckling. And I said, yo, my man, Billy ain't played yet. Be Jeezy.
I'm
Y'all
just
scored
here.
9 goddamn points.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
But before we go all the way in with BGZ, let me bring Mr. Ty Ford to the stage. The unbiased rebel himself, Mr. Ty Ford. I'm trying to wait till he pop back on the screen. There you go. What up, Ty?
What up? What up?
Hey, we gotta let BGZ get his shit out.
Please.
Jeezy, it's on you, brother. What
All right.
9 points, man? I don't give a damn about who got embarrassed more, whatever. 9 goddamn points, y'all.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So I know. And here's the thing. I think I'm a different level of fan than Mr. Black. I saw this coming, and I told you last week that I would not be surprised if we were having this conversation saying Tampa won. I saw it coming because we started losing games that we should have won. We lost to the Cardinals. We lost to the Giants. So I'm like, it's looking a little shaky, baby. You looking shaky. We've been looking shaky all of December. So it was embarrassing as a fan. I think that the people who are true fans and realists saw that, this potentially could happen. It was just a breakdown. The coaches, the coaching staff, the coordinators, they just wasn't all on the same page. I was disappointed, but I wasn't shocked. I wasn't surprised. Reason being, whenever a team make the Super Bowl one year, the chances of them even making the playoffs go down because you're going to lose players, you're going to lose coordinators, you're going to lose coaches. All that's going to happen. So I think the last team probably to do that, go back to back, was Kansas City. Before that, New England 20 years ago. So I knew that we were not going to make another run to the Super Bowl. I think we were going to win that game, but I'm not disappointed because everything had been unraveling, and that was the final piece of the puzzle. We lost, and we're out. And, hey, there's some questions that need to be answered. I'm hoping we can retool. Like I said, is it disappointing? Yeah, it's disappointing. But if we had momentum and we were rolling, it would have hurt more. I'm disappointed by the last 4 or 5 weeks when we lost the number 2 seed, and we became from the number 2 seed that we dropped all the way down to 5 till we have to go on the road and play a playoff game. So this right here, it didn't hurt as much because the fall from grace wasn't that high. It was like standing on a step stool and we fell versus we standing in the stories and
So yeah, we was on the top of the damn building. We was on the top of the damn building and fell all the way down. That's where we was at. We could see it's like, oh, it's heavy right here, and fell all the way goddamn flat on our face. That's so yeah, I'm hurt.
So y'all fall from grace. So y'all fall from grace because, well, I gotta say something, but I'm gonna be fair and I'm gonna let the unbiased rebel himself, Mr. Ty Ford, you saw both the games. Who the hell had the biggest meltdown in your opinion?
Y'all not gonna like this answer.
Hey, the truth. Your truth.
The Cowboy fans. Not the team. Not the team. The Cowboy fans had the biggest meltdown. First of all, what he said about the Eagles, dead on. Anybody who went into that game, I don't care if you're a fan or not, what they lost the last six of the last 7. Only reason why they made it in because of their record. They started off 10-1. Damn. You win one game after you go 10-1. You win one game. You do not the Eagles. If the Eagles are honest, they didn't belong in the playoffs the way they were playing. They were playing that bad. It was hard to even imagine a team going 10-1 and then not winning a single game. I mean, only winning one game after that. So to go to the playoffs and to even have a chance to win, if they would have pulled this game off, that was a gift.
Yeah, right.
The football guys.
Absolutely right.
So I wasn't shocked on that. And it didn't matter who they played. I just figured they're what's the name? Didn't even want to play. I mean, he said he hurt. I think that's the last time y'all gonna see him.
Probably.
He's done.
Yeah, I think AJ Brown is gone.
He's gone. AJ's gone. But you can tell there's something internal with that team that they've given up on each other. Yeah. And so I think they did a bad job in the offseason just assuming that they could just run this team back and win and get back to, and like you said, it was hard. Years ago, I'm a Bronco fan. Years ago, when we went to the Super Bowl, we played Seattle. That team was putting up 40, 50 points. We got to the Super Bowl. We was a finesse team. We played some headhunters. When Seattle beat our breaks off, the team went the same. And the only way we could get back, we had to change how that team was formatted. We needed some toughness on that team. That pretty boy catching passes and all that, not getting hit. You got to be ready for that. So Philly didn't do that. They didn't do that this year. That was their downfall. Now let me get to these Cowboys.
Let me make me a drink before you.
I should have had me a goddamn drink.
You should have, Mr. Black. I don't know what's going on over there.
I should have came on this mud drunk, but I was trying to be professional.
Mr. Black, I only know you from the show, but you said that, so I don't want you to feel disrespected. I'm not disrespecting you, but you said you were y'all were on top of a building. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all that building was made out of straw. It's been made out of straw because the Cowboys are notorious for putting their hand when at the wrong time. I told people this was the game that the Cowboys did not want to see. They did not want to see a Green Bay team. One, if you've been watching Green Bay, at least for the past 3 weeks, when Aaron Jones got back, see, Cowboys were worried about Aaron Rodgers. They forgot that anybody named Aaron been kicking their backs in. Aaron Jones been kicking their backs in ever since he been on that team. The last 3 games of the season, he comes back, he rushes for 100 yards. That's doomed. That's dooming for the Cowboys going into it. A running back who actually can run and got history against them. So he comes in not respecting the Cowboys mentally. Because I've been every time I play these cats, I'm running through them like Swiss cheese. So you already got him. You got Jordan Love riding a wave that it was arguably he was one of the, if not the best statistically, the last few games of the season, last 6 games of the season, he was probably rated the highest quarterback in there. So now he's riding the wave and he got help with his running back. Those young receivers, they hungry.
Yeah, that ain't enough, Mr. Ford, respectfully, though, to me to say, okay, I need to watch out for Green Bay. A young quarterback. Now, if you want to say Aaron Jones, because I think he went to school, he in Texas, something, UTEP, something. So I'm gonna give you that one. Every time he played the Cowboys, he get up for the Cowboys. I give you that. But thinking that Jordan Love in his first year starting for the Green Bay Packers with a young receiving core is gonna come to Dallas and do anything, I can't say. Whether they were playing well the last few weeks of the season or not, they only won 9 games. So for us to think that they was gonna get up and do something against us, who had been playing fairly well for the last stretch of the season, is not something I can say. A lot of people, you could have saw it. I'm not calling you a liar or nothing. I'm just saying that I'm not saying I don't think a lot of people. I would have probably been more, nervous about playing any other team than the Packers.
Right.
So let me ask you this: what did the Cowboys do Dak's first year?
13-3, I think. 13-3. Y'all went to the Packers in the playoffs.
And y'all thought y'all was gonna, and that season, y'all thought, based on what y'all had done, y'all thought y'all was going to go somewhere that year. Based on y'all record.
So I'm gonna say that was an unexpected, because we had just lost to where we was able to get the Zeke pick top 5,
right,
and draft like that. So I can't say we had expectations going into the season that we were
not going into the season, but as
the season start going, winning games, expectations become higher. But this year, just as a fan, this year, I'm not one of those fans that say every year we're going to the Super Bowl. But this year, in particular, was different as far as feeling than that year with Dak losing and us losing to Green Bay. Again, that's Aaron Rodgers, man. Jordan Love ain't Aaron Rodgers. He's pretty good right now, but he ain't Aaron Rodgers.
So let me say this. Let me say
first year with Dak, y'all surprisingly went 13-3, made it to the playoffs, and y'all believed that a first-year quarterback was gonna elevate y'all to be a contender. Green Bay was in the same situation. It just took a little bit longer throughout the season for Jordan Love to catch fire. So just like y'all thought Dak was gonna do something, there was people in Green Bay saying, "Wait a minute, if we get in this playoffs, the way this team is playing, and now we got our star running back, we can make some damage." So that's what I'm saying.
The difference is they actually handled business. They had the quarterback that had won MVPs. They had the running back. They had the receiving core. They had the experience. We didn't have that. We had a young quarterback and a young running back, a fairly young team besides the offensive line. We lost. I'm not saying I went into the game expecting to lose, but I'm saying the same way that they had experience on their side and they handled business, we didn't do that. They may have thought that young bull was going to go into it and do something, but that ain't the way we were thinking. We thinking we got the experience. We on at every level. The team, head coach, he didn't want a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? All that. So we were supposed to handle business, not be knocked out by a team with a first-year starting quarterback and a young receiving core, all the youth they got.
But that's the biggest, and that's why I say when with the question who had the biggest meltdown, the Cowboys fan, and which when I say fan, there's one name that's also included in that, Jerry Jones. Because what the biggest issue, and if my coworkers who are gonna call out the rest of the week, one of them he blew his knee out somehow. I don't know how he blew out his knee, but I told them.
Yeah, I'll tell you when he did that. When the game was over. No, when it was 27-0 when he blew out his knee. That's what happened right there. That's when it happened. That probably is a real injury.
The score blew out his knee.
The score and blew out because he running around the damn house. He running around the damn house and blew out his knee.
Mr. Black and Mr. Ford. Check this out. I'm gonna say this, y'all. At what point are we gonna start blaming the top, working our way down?
I've been doing that. You didn't hear me on here, man, saying Jerry Jones.
Hold on, winning championships, regardless of the sport, winning championships, it takes a collective effort from the top all the way to the bottom. I mean, all the way to the janitors cleaning up around there. You got to have a tightly ran organization, in my opinion. And I'm gonna go to Dallas. And if I'm not mistaken, Michael Strahan said that when you are playing football in Dallas, it feels like you put on a performance versus playing football. And to me, it does feel like Candyland in Dallas. All the glitz and the glam and all that other stuff. And I think that's taken away from, and on the real, I gotta say, it make y'all look soft sometimes. Like
I don't give a damn. Candyland.
Hold on, check this out.
Astroland, Disneyland. They need to play.
Check this out though. When y'all went up against Green Bay, and I said, be careful. Green Bay is a hard-nosed, gritty organization, not just football team, because it's not just Aaron Rodgers. It's not just Brett Favre. That is something about them cheesehead bastards that they just not gonna lay down.
No, Brett Favre.
They're not just gonna lay down. And in my opinion,
Brett Favre.
Hold on, I'm gonna give it to you after this. In my opinion, Dallas got this feel like everybody's supposed to just let us buy because we the Cowboys and let us do what we do, instead of going in and snatching somebody damn heart out to get what you trying to get. It just don't feel that way. And I'm sorry, but in my opinion, I don't see it happening until Jerry Jones' ass is gone, because he brought in that soft ass organization. They can bypass anybody and run the Jerry. All that matters, bro. All that matters when you're running an organization.
Look, it comes down to they underestimate their opponents.
Absolutely.
And I mean, look at the teams that they lost to this year. Outside of the 49ers, everybody else, the Cowboys should have been beaten and could have beaten. They go into it. The worst mistake that the Cowboys make is that they underestimate people. All this week, or the week leading to this game, they was like, we got this. Oh, there's no way they can beat us. I don't care. Oh, they got a rookie quarterback. Oh, they got this, they got that. You take every game and say, we gonna punch them in the face and show them who we are, and it's over with. But when you go in expecting, oh, we the number 2 seed, we just got this, because Green Bay ain't even a champ. Like on Undisputed, Keyshawn was telling Skip, y'all already looking towards, oh, we need this team to win this, and then we hope that somebody beat the 49ers, and then beat the team in front of you first.
Yep.
Facts.
Mr. Black, you said that last week, though, Mr. Black.
Don't play for the Cowboys, man.
You said that last week, though, Mr. Black.
Well, you sound like every Cowboy fan.
You said I'm not worried about Green Bay.
He don't sound like every Cowboy fan. He's just a famous Cowboy fan. Now, listen, I will give y'all that Jerry, after Jimmy Johnson, issue in a culture of you can bypass the coach to go to the owner. We haven't had a stern hand on there since Jimmy Johnson. You can throw Bill Parcells in between there, but that's the reason why I didn't work with Bill Parcells, because somebody who's going to come in and enforce discipline, he can't stomach you because you go sign T.O. Now, even though I like T.O. personally as a player, if the head coach don't want the team, the dude on the team, because he don't feel like he fits with what he's doing, then you go with the head coach. You let him do his job. Now, I'm religiously always saying that until Jerry Jones get up out of here, we can't truly be great. But at the same time, I'm not going to forgo every season to just say, oh, well, Jerry's still the owner. I can't do nothing about it. If I could scrape up Mr. Tate $10 billion to go buy the Cowboys, I would.
Wait a minute. Well, let's go ahead and do that then, because we tired of Jerry ass. We got to put our tax dollars together to get his ass out of there.
What I can't let y'all do is act like overlooking an opponent is a Dallas team. That happens across sports teams, football, basketball. Every team does that to where they may overlook an opponent. That's not a Dallas culture thing. That's happened a lot.
But let me ask you this, Mr. Black. Let me ask you this, because I don't recall Dallas ever going and punching an opponent in the mouth to get it. I always see that they out-talent their opponent, but the second their opponent buck back, it seemed like Dallas just fold. Now you ain't got to answer that, because we do got a gritty team who shitted on themselves. Philly is all about grit.
Yep.
Philly is all about culture and pride and all this, and y'all got some of the most ignorant damn fans in the world.
Facts.
But y'all started out 10-1 and got arrogant. How the hell the roughest city in the world, one of the roughest cities in the world, is gonna start out and then get bougie? Because y'all got bougie too, just like they saying the Cowboys got bougie.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say this. Our schedule was probably one of the toughest schedules in the NFL. At one point, we went through what we call the gauntlet, where we had to play Dallas, Kansas City, Buffalo, Miami, somebody I'm missing. It's like 6 or 7 playoff contending teams back to back to back to back. We didn't have no cupcakes. Everybody was above 500. Everybody that we played are either currently in or made the playoffs. So I think that we peak at the wrong time. See, we peak at the beginning of the season, 10-1, gangbusters. And then what happened is the wheels start to fall off. Complacency set in.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
You listed all those tough games. What was y'all record at that time in those games? What was y'all record?
Oh, you said it.
Because was that at the beginning of the season or the end of the season?
10-1.
No, I'm saying when we started that record, we were 10-1, and then
when y'all started the gauntlet,
we were 10-1 when we started what we call the gauntlet. We were 10-1.
Okay.
We beat Buffalo. No, I think it was a little bit before that, but we beat Buffalo, we beat Kansas City, we beat Miami, we lost to Dallas, then we just start losing. Boom, 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 boom. So this is my explanation. When you have to get up every week, you got a target on your back. You're the NFC champion, defending champions. You were Super Bowl representatives. Everybody, you're going to get everybody's best shot.
No one cares.
Don't nobody give a damn.
No, I know they don't. I know they don't, but I'm just telling you from a fan's perspective, you got something to prove. when you playing them because they was in the Super Bowl last year.
I disagree.
As you should.
We talked about this before. We talked about this before. The point that was more made is once you start winning, or you're 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, 8-1, however y'all planned out to where you got a 10-1. Yes, teams start playing you harder because of your record, not because you were defending the NFC last year. Because no one cares about who lost the Super Bowl. What I think you guys' problem is that you had those two coordinators left, and that the problems you had were being masked off your Super Bowl run. The team was still feeling that high.
Right.
They were still playing well because those issues hadn't manifested yet. But you lost your offensive coordinator and your defensive coordinator.
Right, and you didn't replace
them.
Right.
And you didn't replace them with suitable replacements. You got people being shuffled in spots they might not even belong. You got. I told you about that Jalen Hurts and AJ Brown stuff weeks ago, and you said it was nothing. But I'm telling you, that stuff when you see it enough times, I always paid attention to it. And something was going on within that team chemistry that wasn't there. And I don't know what it was or what caused it, but that matters. When your number one receiver and your quarterback are at odds for whatever reason, that's going to make a difference. So just like when Dak and CeeDee Lamb, for whatever dumbass reason, is over there arguing during the game on Sunday, it matters.
Yeah.
So,
because CeeDee like you do all the time.
But here's the thing, though. That didn't matter because the defense could not stop nobody. So what you're saying is true, but they don't play on the defensive side of the ball when you getting wide open receivers running down the field. That speaks to the coaching, and that speaks to the defense. So the defense has been a problem consistently throughout the year. Our defense have been a problem. We could not stop getting nobody off the field on third down. We probably had the worst third down percentages for his defense throughout, and it finally caught up the coordinator, and we lost people too. See, hold on.
The crazy thing is,
realize when you win a Super Bowl, now everybody's saying, what did they do so well to get there? We want that. You're going to lose coordinators. You're going to lose players. You're going to lose chemistry. So you saying it absolutely does, because now while we're making our playoff run, teams are targeting our players and our coaches. We lost CJ Gardner-Webb, which he playing in Detroit. In Detroit is still playing. He's one of their top cornerbacks.
You went and got Byard. He played safety, but you went and got Byard.
But here's the thing. Byard ain't playing that system. Byard was playing in Tennessee. And A.J. Johnson said something that I think it cursed us. When they brought in Byard, he said, hey, man, you've been playing for Tennessee. It was bad over there. It's good over here. Get used to winning. Get used to winning. Winning is a mentality. You can't transform somebody from one situation to another situation and say you're a winner. It has to be the way you think.
Man,
Byard was not that kind of a player. Come on, Mr. Black. Now I'm telling you as a fan what I see. You bring in people who are not used to being in that position and saying you're a winner, and you're not, because you wasn't on that team last year that went to the Super Bowl. Those coaches are in different places. So it had a lot to do with it. It did.
He was on good Tennessee teams, though. Just a few years ago, Mike Vrabel, I think that Vrabel, whatever, however you said last
Vrabel, and he's out.
When they had AJ Brown, they had Derrick Henry, they had Byard. We talking about this division. Didn't they get to a conference championship one year? They had some good years in Tennessee.
When is this?
Not too long ago.
They got to the big round.
They didn't never get no conference championship.
Didn't the man just win coach of the year not too long ago?
Who?
Vrabel, that wasn't too long ago.
Vrabel? You mean the man that ain't got a job right now? Him?
And that was I feel like they shouldn't have let him go. When you let your key players go to where, I mean, he ain't got no quarterback. You know what I'm saying? You let your number one receiver go, and then you start trading off key pieces on your defense. What is he supposed to do? I think that was a mistake. But getting back to the Eagles, you guys may have had deficiencies on your defense, but you were constantly trying to improve by going to get, like I said, Byer, Shaq Leonard. You were going to, so I'm besides CJ Gardner, which is, I would give you that as far as a piece. Who else did you lose? It's the same defense from last year. And
but then we got rookies. We got rookies on the line.
Jalen Carter, they was raving about him all year.
Yeah, but he couldn't keep his weight under control. He a rookie, bro. You can't expect a rookie to come in and be game busters. And then, not only that, Darius Slay, our number one cornerback, missed the last 5 games.
Mm-hmm.
He missed. So our secondary went from bad to trash.
Terrible. Yeah, they were terrible.
So now by the time he come back,
y'all had last year. Is it not?
No, it's rookies in there, bro. They plugged in some rookie players. That's a whole new defense with a whole new defensive scheme.
I understand you said he missed the 5 games, right? But it ain't just the 5 games. We know that. So Darius Slay and Bradbury, were they not the same 2 corners that were starting last year when y'all went to the Super Bowl? Is that not true?
But they got a whole bunch of new people around them, bro. They only 2 people.
I don't think it was
only
the
2
talent.
people.
Again, I think it was the coordinators and the team chemistry.
No.
I don't think y'all lost enough players. I don't think y'all lost enough players.
No, we did. Yeah, we did.
All right, so check this out. Hey, check this out, both of y'all. Look, hey, check this out real quick. I got a question. I'm gonna change direction a little bit.
All right.
Because I want to know this, y'all. Both y'all teams, and tie you in this. Both of y'all teams did what they did.
Mm-hmm.
Which team need to blow the whole thing up first?
We do.
One of them already blown up. I think Philly self-imploded.
Okay, wait. Let's get Ty first, and then we'll go around. Let's get Ty first. Go ahead, Ty.
I think Philly has already self-imploded. Jalen Hurts needs to get well. And anybody who, and again, I'm not a fan of Philly, but I could see throughout the season he was not healthy. He was not healthy at all. I personally think, just as a football person, week 11, Philly should have sat Jalen and let him rest up and get healthy and deal with whatever they win. The last 7 games, they win 1-6.
Yeah.
If Jalen hadn't played 1-6, they would have still win 1-6. They may have won the game. Jalen get healthy. They need to work on their secondary. It was trash. Everybody knew that. Everybody knew their secondary was trash. Basically, they're gonna have to find another receiver. I saw somebody saying, "Oh, we don't need AJ Brown. We still got Julio." No, what? No, they need another receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And they probably need to look at revamping their running game, their running back.
Nah, he's Swift good. They just don't run him. They try to do a 2-back system instead of sticking with that 1 back. Swift ran for over 1,000 yards. He probably would have ran for more than close to 1,300 if they would have kept him in it primarily. But
I think that's what made them dynamic last year, was that they had at least a go-to back. So I'm not saying get rid of Swift. He needs a change of pace. They need a change of pace back. To me, that makes what they were able to do last year with Jalen Hurts, Swift, and another running back. That takes them back to that devastating running attack. When you depending on 1 or 2, then you run into the issues. What if one of them get hurt? Because with Jalen being hurt, then the running game was all on Swift by itself. They need another back with him.
Yeah.
The Cowboys in a funky situation to where whatever they do, they're stuck. They're stuck. You get rid of Dak, you're gonna suck. I don't care what you think about Dak. If they get rid of Dak, whoever they bring in is not gonna be as good as Dak. They can fire Mike McCarthy. Whoever you bring in is not gonna be better than him. And if he is, he's gonna have to blow up the team, or Jerry's gonna have to give them all kind of control, and he's not doing that. So I agree with some of the sports announcers. When you look at it, if you get rid of McCarthy and bring somebody else in, how does that change the team?
It don't
change the team. So you have.
Is it my turn? Yeah.
Yeah, look, Ty, let's go ahead and let Mr. Black.
Yeah.
You said Dallas.
No, they completely disagree. First of all, sorry, BGZ, but it's the reason why y'all only won one Super Bowl in your history, okay? Blowing it up is a mistake. If you blow it up, you're not going to go to the Super Bowl anytime soon. You know I'm not a fan. I'm just calling it like I see it. You just went to the damn Super Bowl the last year. Why would you blow it up? The only thing that changed was your coordinators left. That
Right.
means you need to find better coaching. Jalen Hurts has proven himself to be an MVP type quarterback. Swift, like you said, Swift good. Now AJ Brown ain't left the building yet, so I don't know what kind of mending you need to do. But you still got AJ Brown, you still got Devontae Smith, you still got Dallas Goedert. You are losing Kelsey because he's retiring, but you still got a pretty solid offensive line. Defense, you still got Jalen Carter, you still got Jordan Davis, you still got young linebackers like the dude from Georgia that can develop. What's his name? Dean, Nolan Smith,
Yeah.
and you still got Darius Slay. So blowing that situation up versus finding coordinators that fit is a mistake. Now with Dallas, I'm gonna tell you that a lot of things that Ford said was good. We cannot get rid of Dak because of the contract. Now, me personally, I don't give a damn about saying that there is nobody immediately that you can get better. I'm saying that him ain't working. Whatever DNA Dak has when he gets to the playoffs, the shit ain't working. So to me, if you're talking about the ultimate goal is to win the Super Bowl, that motherfucker got to go. I don't know when, but he got to go. Jerry Jones, until he go, hey, we got to deal with him. Mike McCarthy, though, 3-12-5 seasons, and you've only reached the wild card or the division. That's not winning football. So the immediate answer is for Mike McCarthy to get out of there. Dan Quinn, we're going to lose him anyway. Oh, well, bring a new head coach in who's going to instill discipline. Maybe he can tolerate Jerry. Maybe Jerry is desperate enough. This is my hope. Maybe Jerry is desperate enough to say, you know what? The way I've been trying to do this shit, I ain't working. So let me, a coach like Bill Belichick, who is proven to be one of the greatest coaches of all time, let him do it the way he wants to do it. Because the way I've been trying to do it, I ain't been working. So let him come in and instill discipline because these penalties, these lack of focus, maybe he makes Dak Prescott a better quarterback by being a different kind of coach.
So real quick, Mr. Black, because I was definitely going to bring up, do you guys go and get Belichick? However, I feel like those two egos cannot fit in that huge Dallas Cowboys stadium. Jerry,
no. I feel like Bill just
remember when
leave Bill alone, let him coach and leave him alone.
But they said the same thing about Parcells.
No, right. But Jerry ain't desperate when Parcells is the coach. He's desperate now. He got about 5 more years, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Jerry got 5 more years, but go ahead.
I'm saying to be of sound mind to enjoy a Super Bowl. Could he be a 93-year-old man in a wheelchair and they win a Super Bowl? Absolutely. But as far as walking around, talking, doing interviews, he ain't got too many more of them years left in him. So if you want to maximize your opportunity of a team that has enough talent to win a Super Bowl, you need to get the right coach because we cannot fire you because the fan base would have been fired your ass, Jerry. So since we can't fire you, we have to get a coach that can have a stern fist with the team and also be able to deal with Jerry. If we get us another coach that's not a disciplinarian, it's not going to matter. Going to get another guy like Mike McCarthy, who's just another guy who's likable, who is going to say the right things in the interview, who have beer and nachos with Jerry Jones on Fridays. Right. I don't want that. I want a coach who's going to say, listen, man, he the owner, so I got to deal with him. But fuck what he talking about. We're going to run this shit the way I want to run it because we're going to win. And if we winning, he not going to care. That's the kind of coach we need. If we're not going to get that coach, I agree with y'all. Ain't no point in replacing Mike McCarthy because it's going to be the same result. But me as a fan, that's the big picture that I would need to see. Jerry needs to be desperate enough to get a coach like Belichick or Jim Harbaugh, who's probably already got another contract locked up with Michigan, or he's going to the Chargers. I don't think we can get him. But these are the kind of coaches. Mike Tomlin, somebody who is going to instill a culture of we're not doing that dumb shit. And if we ain't doing that, then we ain't really talking about nothing.
Hey, check this out, man. It's been a lot of good back and forth between us, but the chat room and Mr. Ira Coles himself is on fire. So I want to go back through some of these comments, man. I want y'all to rebuttal some of these comments because he, I ain't gonna lie, he kind of letting Dallas have it out of all people. So, director, put up some of them comments for me. So he said, as soon as they scored, he knew they were in trouble because Dakota is always trash when y'all play from behind.
Facts.
Irrelevant comment this year. That's not true.
Keep going.
Facts. That's facts.
Now, this is what I said. Green Bay is a gritty blue collar team.
Let me ask y'all something. Has Green Bay had the same coach since Green Bay has first existed? No, right?
No.
Have they had different ownership? Have they had different players? So saying Green Bay as a whole is just a blue collar gritty team is bullshit. They've had times to where they are. That is true.
Hold on.
But ask me to respect Jordan Love.
Mr. Black, you being a little salty now, bro.
No.
You being a little salty, bro.
Green Bay
Your PP.
So automatically, Green Bay from whenever they play, from now until whenever, they're always going to be a blue collar team. That's what y'all saying.
That's kind of
why.
So
Tell me
real quick. BGZ, Mr. Black, Mr. Ford. Nobody has received a bigger ass kicking throughout the life of football than the Chicago Bears when it comes to Green Bay.
Right.
One thing that I am going to give them their credit on is they are a gritty, hard-nosed, rough team.
They've always had a quarterback. They've always had a quarterback. You go from Brett Favre, you go to Aaron Rodgers, now you go to Jordan Love. Tell me a time where they didn't have a quarterback and they were still respected the same way y'all saying they've been respected.
Mr. Black, let me ask you this question. How much of that is just getting good quarterbacks or development?
I think it's both. I think it's development and I think it's luck. Because you do have to have some luck when it comes to quarterbacks. No one knows. There has been quarterbacks that go in college and they look all world and they get to the NFL and play like trash. So when it comes to quarterbacks, you have to have some luck. Don't forget now, Aaron Rodgers fell in the draft when he came out. So everything was saying that the league was saying that he's not that guy. But Green Bay drafted him and said, we feel like he is the guy. And then also remember that they changed his throwing mechanics. So he didn't just come from Cal the same way he was at Cal and play. No, they had the development. So you're right. But it's also some luck about them intangibles. Now, the book is still out on Jordan Love, but he does look to be in the mode of Favre, Rodgers, Love. It does look like that. But we still have to see it. But when you have a quarterback, that makes it easier for, first of all, they in Wisconsin now. Let's not act like you can play like Miami in Wisconsin. So to a certain degree, you have to be able to play in cold weather. And we know you have to be a certain level of toughness to play in cold weather. But just because they Green Bay don't mean, oh my God, in Green Bay, they tough now. You know what I'm saying? That's not.
Dude, that culture is a bitch. Let me tell you this, man. First of all, this is what I want to ask all of you gentlemen. We already know that, okay, you said Green Bay got quarterbacks. But each of those quarterbacks you're speaking about had a couple of years minimum to sit and develop under the quarterback that was prior to them, right?
Bang.
Yeah,
now, Dallas hold on. Dallas, on the other hand, really just take quarterbacks and throw them in. Who have Dak developed under? Who did Romo develop under? Like, they're just shoved into the spotlight. Okay, I'm sorry. Say that.
Romo developed.
Okay.
Romo developed with who? Or was he shoved in to make mistakes and develop that way?
Man.
We didn't have
Romo is
we didn't have that, but I am telling you that we didn't take him in the draft and start him. He didn't start until like 2 years he was in the league.
But
He
Mr.
sat
Black,
and
who developed them? Quincy Cocaine Carter? Who developed them?
no, I think before him was same one that helped Tom Brady, Drew Bledsoe. I think that was the quarterback before Tony Romo.
You think
Tony Romo is like
no. Tony Romo,
a light version of Dak Prescott. He Dak Prescott light.
Yeah, Tony. Okay,
Tony Romo is Dak Prescott 1.0.
No, hell no.
Wait a minute, huh? I'm sorry, but I personally think Dak better than Tony Romo. But
I don't. I absolutely
no.
don't.
I'm saying Dak is 2.0. Tony Romo is 1.0.
Yeah, I disagree with that. No,
they the same players because they get the same results.
They
one
not
and out.
The same players.
One and out.
One is
out.
Much
good regular season,
passer.
bro.
No,
listen.
don't do that, BGZ.
Come on, man.
That it takes a team to win in this league. So
quarterbacks win games.
Individually, and Romo won a lot. Individually, as a quarterback, as a passer, intellect, he is better than Dak Prescott. But Dak Prescott was blessed with an offensive line when he came in.
Wow.
He was blessed with what? I'm wrong. He was blessed with.
I agree with the dude. He said that he's 2.0. Tony Romo. Dak is better.
No,
Dak is Tony Romo 2.0. I said Tony Romo is 1.0.
Right? You saying Dak better than Romo?
Yeah.
And I'm disagreeing with you.
Wait, can I ask this question?
Has had better situations.
Wow.
He's had better teams.
Hey, wait, I'm gonna go back to this. I'm gonna go back to this question, Mr. Black, because somebody got
to value far.
Somebody
hey, that was what? That was the comment right there.
Hey,
Romo is great value far.
Mr. Black, Mr. Ford. Somebody got to help me understand. They said that Romo developed under Drew Bledsoe.
He did.
However, let's just say that's the case.
Quarterback before Tony Romo.
Okay.
Then who was it?
Let's say that's
he only played 1 year before that. Hold
on. Let me get the question out. Let's just say that's the end. That was the situation. Drew Bledsoe is not a homegrown Dallas quarterback that led the team in a certain direction and then passed it on to
I never said he was.
Romo. No, I know you didn't, but that's what I'm trying to point out about Green Bay. That system of the way they pass down the quarterback position is totally different. So
they the only ones.
For you to they're not the only, but for you to say that you shouldn't be afraid of Green Bay Packers because they no longer have Rodgers, that's not true. That's not true because, again, I got to point back to it's the culture of the team that you should be afraid of because it's things that when you enter the Green Bay, it's things that when you enter Green Bay, I bet you any money if a Dallas player go to Green Bay, they'd be like, damn, we used to could do this in Dallas, but damn, Green Bay tripping.
So back in the Bears prime, was the Bears scared of Green Bay? Was the 85 Bears scared of Green Bay? They wasn't.
Wait, were the 80? Wait, did you say were the 85?
85.
No, it's not about being afraid of them. It's not about being afraid of them. It's the respect level.
I'm saying that just because they are Green Bay doesn't warrant them respect. That's what I'm saying. That doesn't mean that. It don't.
Hey,
it don't. Certain organizations
with all due respect, with all due respect, that's why Dallas is home right now.
Speaking from a Chicago point of view, and I get why you have the respect for them.
Okay,
but let's say this. How many titles have Green Bay won in the past 20 years to be respected from like that?
No, bro.
Listen.
Okay, wait. Let them get it out.
The Super Bowl trophy is named after their head coach. They have more NFL titles than any other team.
He was first.
That's one. Number two,
he was first.
Look at Dallas Cowboys playoff record against Green Bay. They're flawless against y'all.
bro, he was first. If it was anybody else, they would have named it after him. Lamar. Oh no, not Hunt. What's his name? Lombardi, right? Okay, he was first. That's it. They haven't won shit.
He did it the best. He did it the best.
If you gonna tell me that the New England, no, he did it first. BG's, it's a difference.
Go back and look at how many titles Green Bay got, bro. You don't get your name on a trophy by winning twice or 3 times.
If you're going to tell me that the New England Patriots, because of the time that they have won the Super Bowls over the course of the years, that football has been relevant today, deserve that respect, I will agree with you because they have won 6 titles in a short amount of time compared to a lot of other people that have won, or teams that have won Super Bowls over 50, 60 years. Right. So I get that. But telling me to respect, but telling me,
you can't diminish people.
Look, ain't nobody scared of Dallas as far as that culture of Super Bowls either right now.
No, because it's been 28 years since y'all won one.
Oh, and Green Bay has won in between that same time frame.
They won one with Brett Favre. They won one with Aaron Rodgers.
They won, and Brett Favre was in the 90s before ours. I'm saying that Aaron Rodgers is the only one that came through and won a Super Bowl since the Lombardi days. And y'all talking about we should respect them the same.
No, we should. And I'm gonna tell you why. Hold on, let me say this and I'm done. I'm gonna tell you why. San Francisco had won multiple Super Bowls. New England had won multiple Super Bowls. Pittsburgh had won multiple Super Bowls, as many or as more as Dallas. You know why people respect and fear them? Because their teams are in the playoffs and a threat every year, either in the Super Bowl or the championship game. They can still put some relevance behind their Super Bowl titles, right? I love you, my brother, but y'all don't have that same swagger they have. Y'all cannot make playoffs.
All right, Mr. Black. Hold on, Jesus, Mr. Black. Let me interrupt, y'all.
I'm lying.
Hey, everybody else that got as many Super Bowls got respect, but us.
Hey, hold on a second. Hold on a second, y'all. Hold on a second.
I know you don't like it, but
hold on, BG's.
Okay.
We have a caller on the line.
Come on, somebody.
Mr. Coles have called in. And I gotta hear what he gotta say, y'all. So, Mr. Coles, what's going on with you, man?
Thank you for that introduction, Mr. Tim. I appreciate it. Zizi, let me just say this. Why are you disrespecting Green Bay? They won one in your house, and I know because they beat my squad. So how you gonna disrespect them acting like they ain't did nothing recently? They won a Super Bowl in your house.
That's recent. 2010 is recent.
Yeah.
No, 2010 is not recent. Do y'all know what year we in?
Super Bowls from 20-some odd years ago.
Yeah, it is kind of recent, man. It's in the 2000s.
It's not. 2010 is not recent, bro.
So then it is
2024.
Mr. Black, you won the goalposts. You want your 5 Super Bowls to be relevant.
Easy.
And I already said they won one. I said one, which is the Aaron Rodgers. That's what he's talking about, the Aaron Rodgers Super Bowl.
But in all honesty, this is the other thing you got to think about. I mean, and this is not recent, but like they said, the Lombardi Trophy is named after Lombardi.
Oh my God, bro!
They won more championships than any team in the league.
Can we get some more points?
Super Bowl era. They don't have the most in the Super Bowl era, but they have more than anybody. Like
can we get some more points?
Team. Like it's a tried and true team. Like
wait, how many Super Bowls do they have?
It's about they got like
9 or 10. How many Super Bowls do they have?
That's a like 9 or 10. They said since the playoff era, Green Bay has the most. It's the Lombardi Trophy for a reason. It's not the Jerry Jones. It's not the who else.
It's because they were first. I keep telling y'all.
Hey, wait, hold on, gentlemen. We got to let each other talk, but I really want the caller to come through clear. And if everybody talking is going to come through messed up, so we're going to go ahead and let the caller get his off, and then y'all can rebuttal that, all right?
Okay.
All right, let's rock.
I don't remember the exact amount of Super Bowls. I mean, we all have Google. You can look it up. I think it's, 3 or maybe 3, 4?
More than that.
That Green Bay has? Are you saying how many Super Bowls Green Bay have?
Yeah.
No, they got more. They got more than that.
Listen to tape.
Trying to stay on top.
He don't even know how many Super Bowls they got. Talking about 3 or 4.
No,
Giants got 3.
Wait, but let me say this. Because
They have 4.
I'm
They
sorry,
have
I
4.
gotta speak up for our bully, man. You might say nobody has, or they don't have that many Super Bowls, but nobody ruined more parties than Green Bay does.
Trust me, they ruined one of mine.
Oh my goodness, dude. They make you want to cry. And I'm gonna say this, Mr. Black. I'm sorry to be so blunt, but the reason why Dallas is at home right now is because they did not respect what the cheeseheads was gonna come in and do.
That's the whole point right there.
Had they had that respect, because can't come in and say he wasn't ready or they called him all. Dude, if you come in with that respect, and we're not saying fear, because I heard you mention fear. I'm not talking about fear because we ain't afraid of nothing when it comes to, it's the game. However, when you say respect, that make you get up a little bit more for your opponent versus if you think, oh, we're gonna walk through them and then we're gonna see San Francisco and then we're gonna see, you're looking.
I'm not disagreeing that because Green Bay is the playoff team that they had to play, you have to respect that. I agree. What I'm saying is just because they're Green Bay, I'm not about to just say, oh my God, it's Green Bay. I'm not doing that. And they have 4 Super Bowls. The San Francisco 49ers have more. The Patriots have more. Hell, the Cowboys have more.
Don't forget the Steelers. Don't forget the Steelers. They got one for the thumb.
Right. The only reason that is named the Lombardi Trophy because in 1920 and 1930, when nobody gave a damn about the NFL, they were winning championships. That's the reason it's named the Lombardi Trophy.
That's not true.
Super Bowls.
It's not.
That is true.
I'm gonna get at the tie. Hey, Mr. Black, I'm gonna get at the tie, but let me wrap the caller up. Mr. Coles, first of all, who's your team?
The Steelers, baby.
The Steelers. All right. So
you get a chance to talk your shit.
Check this out. Pop your stuff. Where they going?
What, next year?
Oh, are they done? Steelers out?
They just
My bad.
Tate, you be a petty, Tate.
My bad. Hey, so it look like ain't nobody got no damn dog in the fight, right?
We ain't got no dog in the fight.
No.
But I am gonna ask this question because my second team is Baltimore. Who do you feel gonna win the Super Bowl, Mr. Cole?
I would have said Baltimore, but I honestly believe, and this is going to blow everybody's mind. Y'all gonna be like, you crazy, but I've been watching them religiously.
Houston.
I honestly feel like if Baltimore doesn't knock out Houston is going with San Francisco.
That's a pretty bold prediction.
No, but he said who's gonna win?
Who's gonna win?
See, that's tough. Because I'll say overall, my general pick is Baltimore. But if the Texans beat them, then San Francisco.
Okay, got it.
Right.
So that sounds about right because I can see Houston getting there, but I can't see them upsetting 49ers. So
no way.
Hey, Mr. Cole, thank you for calling in. Real quick. He has a podcast himself, man. Shout your podcast out, brother.
QTNA Show Wednesdays, Negro 8:30.
I know what that means. Hey, we appreciate you, brother, man. I'm looking to see you up the road, man. Thanks for calling in.
Man, y'all take it easy, man.
All right, now. Hey.
Hold on now. Take
Mr. Black, handle your business.
Ford said what I said wasn't true. Now, I have Google pulled up right now with the 1929, 1930. 1931.
That's not what I'm debating.
1936.
That's not what I'm debating.
1939. 1944.
That's not what I'm debating.
Is that not being first? And is that not winning championships when don't nobody give a damn? And they won the first ever the first 2 Super Bowls. 1966 and 1967.
Can I talk?
The first 2 Lombardi.
Can I talk?
Lombardi.
Can I talk?
Go ahead.
Okay, so you just rambled out 5 minutes about something that's not what I said was not true.
I was talking, that's what you said. I was talking and I said that. You said that's not true. But go ahead.
But you didn't know what I was saying was not true. You said that they won championships when people didn't give a damn. were you living during that time? You can't say that they didn't give a damn. They played who they had to play. So
historically, the NFL, you can look that up. The NFL was in trouble. Nobody cared. College football was more cared about than the NFL.
Okay,
now, you don't tell me I'm wrong about that.
But it's still irrelevant.
Go look it up.
You're not.
I'm not just spitting facts on my ass, bro.
College football. You won't let me.
But go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
To say
I'm gonna put myself on mute. Go ahead. I'm gonna put my.
To say that their titles were irrelevant because nobody cared, you can't say that. It don't matter if two people watched the game, the players went out there and played. So if they won, they won. You can't discredit that. They won 13.
Who's discrediting, bro?
You said they didn't care. You can't.
As far as popular culture caring about football, no, sir, Mr. Ford. They didn't.
How many people even knew about football?
Care about football now.
Wait, hold on. Let me say this. Let me step in the middle. Let me step in the middle real quick. Because I gotta say that on the real, I'm gonna say you can't say nobody cared. You can't. Because there's teams like no, listen to me.
You're right. Some people did care. You're right.
Yeah, you can't say some people didn't care.
Some people did care.
Listen to me, Mr. Black. We got one goddamn championship, and that was 85, which could be seen as prehistoric.
Right.
But damn it, we still care about that 85 championship that we won.
And you
so if they won it in 44, maybe our great grandparents got a damn jersey buried somewhere that we should have. But they do count, bro. Like, no matter, like, that's the same way of saying, that's just like saying, and I'm going to switch sports real quick, but that's just like saying Bill Russell championships didn't mean a thing.
You kind of staticky, my brother. I was just letting you know.
Okay.
With your mic. But listen. Let me get back to the point. I'll give Ford and you, and I'll say this. I'm going to retract that and say nobody cared.
Okay.
But my overall point is that the reason it's named the Lombardi Trophy is because they were first. I just let y'all know that in the 20s and 30s and 40s, and then they went on in the 60s and won the first two official Super Bowls.
Right.
That's the reason why the shit is named the Lombardi Trophy. That's all I was saying.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
Hey, I just want to say something real quick.
Go.
Before my dad passed, me and him sat around and we talked about who was the greatest running backs that ever played the game. And I told him from what my eyes saw, for me, it was Barry Sanders. And you know what he told me? That's because you never seen Jim Brown. Don't mean he didn't exist. Don't mean that nobody didn't care. I just wasn't old enough or born to see it. So just because we didn't see it, like a lot of Cowboys fans wasn't born in 96 when they won their last Super Bowl, but they are fans of a championship organization, but not a championship team. You cannot discredit what somebody did just because you didn't see it and you wasn't there. That's the point.
I don't know if you were listening, but I already said that I retracted the statement of no one cares. So we're off the discrediting point. You can leave that alone. I said that the only thing, that the reason that this shit is named the Lombardi Trophy is because they won it twice. Everything else is irrelevant about what you just said.
So let me say this.
All right, handle your business.
Let's go to the respect thing. How many titles a team has does not garnish respect.
Facts.
If every time I meet you, if I punch you in the face, you're going to respect me. Whether or not you think I'm the weakest person in the world, every time I see you, I punch you in the face. If you look at the Cowboys playoff history since their glory days, who has been the two teams that has given them trouble when they did make the playoffs? Green Bay and San Francisco. I don't care how many titles Green Bay and San Francisco has won. When you see them, you got to respect them because of what they've done to you. It's just like my Broncos.
No, hold on.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
He don't want to hear it. He ain't going.
That's not logical to me.
Why is it not logical? It's not logical
because that's not the same team.
It is.
That's not the team from the 90s. I'm
But
not
they're still doing the same thing is what he's saying, Mr. Black. They're still doing the same
We're talking
thing.
about different management. We're talking about different coaching. We're talking about different everything. But y'all saying that because they got a few wins that I'm supposed to be scared in my boots about Green Bay. No,
it's not scared.
They played them.
Scared.
The Green Bay Packers was the team on the playoff docket. So because of that, yes, respect them because of that. Not because of historically what they have done. No.
He ain't going. He ain't going, bro.
So we're hearing you. You're not listening to us. Guess what? The same argument that you're making.
I heard what you're saying.
So many people have. The argument that you're making is the same reason why people shoot the Cowboys down. Because guess what y'all say? The minute somebody say the Cowboys suck, how many titles we won? How many titles we won? Y'all go back to that. But when somebody else applies that,
don't give me that generic Cowboy fan stuff on me. I don't. That ain't what I say. But Ty, you froze, man. I don't know what's going on with your camera, but
your camera froze. But it's okay. It'll work. It'll work through. We can still hear him. Keep pushing.
But do you agree? It don't matter what they do outside of you. Guess what? Guess another team y'all should respect. Y'all have to respect every time y'all play the Cardinals, because lately every time y'all face them, y'all lose. I don't care how bad they are. I don't care how good they are. Y'all lose to them. And the reason why the Cowboys franchise for the last 28 years have always crapped the bed is because every time they face a team they think is that they're superior of, they disrespect them. They go in just like they went in this week saying there's no way we can lose to Green Bay. Y'all lost.
Who said that?
You did.
No. I'm not talking. I'm not. First of all, I didn't say no way. I said I expected to win. I didn't say no way. But you tell me in official team capacity, who said from the Cowboys there's no way we can lose against the Packers? Please tell me who said that.
You gonna let me answer it? Are you gonna let me answer it?
Go ahead.
If we had a clip of the interview of Jerry Jones right after the game, they asked him about this loss. Mm-hmm. He said nobody in our room expected to not be playing next week.
That don't sound like no way. That don't sound like that's no way. That sounds like
you're delusional.
And you looking shaky.
Wait. No.
Hold on.
I got a side. Hold on, real quick.
Do that. That's what.
Hold on, Mr. Black.
Hold
on, Mr. Black. I gotta agree with Mr. Black on this one, because Ty, for everybody in that room to be confident does not mean the same thing as there's no way we can lose this game type of, they need to lay down to us. I don't perceive that as that.
I didn't say that. I'm saying if you go into it with a mindset that I'm looking ahead of my opponent. Jerry said
Mr. Black.
Jerry said we were planning on having another game. And then what did y'all coach say? We weren't prepared. We didn't play as good as them. They came more prepared. You know why? Because they was facing the Cowboys. They were looking at the opponent right in front of them, where the Cowboys were already trying to fill out their bracket.
Yep.
Look,
that's disrespect.
That's disrespect because we lost. That they didn't prepare for the opponent properly. So we agree on that. But what I'm not going to do is let you say that just because Green Bay in the 90s and in the mid 2000s beat us, that means that we should just be like, oh my God, it's Green Bay. No, Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre are tied to those losses. So Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers are no longer the quarterback. I'm not going to have that same respect for them. Not to say that we didn't respect. Well, obviously, they didn't have the respect they should have had for the Packers. But as a fan, no. Did I expect to lose to the Packers? No, but that doesn't mean I was like, oh, yeah, no. That's just a throwaway game. It's the playoffs. Of course it's not a throwaway game.
Mr. Black, let me say this. You didn't say you weren't worried about the Packers.
But I'm not supposed to be, BJC. They are the number 7 or
Right.
whatever seed, and we're the number 2. So
Y'all
as
was
far
a
as
fake number 2.
expectations,
You
as
was
far
a
as
fake number 2.
expectations,
I ain't gonna
we
say
were
that.
supposed. No, hold on. All right, now, bro, we finna have to venture into your team if you keep saying that kind of stuff. Because where the
Oh.
hell is the Broncos? Where they at?
Hey, I can tell you when we play the Cowboys, we never scared of y'all because we done beat y'all ass 26 years in a
Okay,
row.
where y'all at right
We
now,
done beat
though?
y'all
Was y'all
26 times.
So
No, it can't be that.
Hold on, real quick.
Y'all even in the fight?
Hold on,
Wait,
wait a minute.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Hey, Ty. Hey, Ty, hold on, y'all. Give me a second.
Broncos record.
The last time that I checked,
trash.
Every last one of our teams, goddamn it,
Exactly.
is sitting on the couch watching other teams.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day,
earlier than others though.
At the end of the day, hey man, ours was determined after the third game. I want to say this, goddamn it, y'all gonna stop punching the Bears on the side. Listen,
he right.
This is what I want to say. This is what I want to say regarding Green Bay.
All right.
The Bears faced them earlier in the year.
Right.
And Jordan Love broke our freaking heart. It wasn't because, and trust me, we would have loved to beat Aaron Rodgers' ass, but it wasn't because of Aaron Rodgers not being on the team. It wasn't because Brett Favre, who also put his foot in our ass, was not on the team. We don't like to lose to Green Bay. I don't give a damn if Green Bay got flags on the side and they all are 12 years old. We don't like to lose to Green Bay.
That's a division rival, though, Tate. That's a division rival.
Understood. Putting your foot in the ass is putting your foot in the ass, right?
It's still a team in front of you.
It don't matter whether it's a division rival or not.
Don't put that stat up like we see y'all every year, man. Don't do that. How many matchups is that out of?
If this team puts their foot, and on the real, I don't care if I see you 10 years, 20 years from now.
Oh, wow.
If this team put their foot in your ass every time you see them, you're going to get up for that team.
Yep.
And that's the only thing we're saying is it's like they didn't have that respect for Green Bay.
They wasn't focused enough.
And one thing I'm gonna say is I said it last week. I was actually going for the Cowboys because I fucking hate Green Bay. I told y'all that. However, I told you, be careful of Green Bay. I hope they don't go in thinking Green Bay no pushover, because they're not.
Okay, that's fine. They may have not been a pushover.
And for the next team, better think.
The only point that I'm saying is that I'm not going to be shaking. Okay, let's take that out. I'm not finna just be acting like that. This is the same Green Bay team in the Dez Carter game and in the first game where Fam rolled out to the left and threw it to the tight end, Ben Watson or whoever it was. That's not the same Green Bay team. So I'm not just gonna be like, oh my God, that's Green. No, that's tied to certain players and certain coaching styles. The same way that whoever, let's say Jordan and the Bulls, whoever Jordan and the Bulls was putting their foot and their neck on when Chicago was there, that doesn't mean that same franchise years later is like, oh my God, that's Chicago. They used to give it to us. It's not the same team. That's all I'm saying. It's not the same.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't give a damn who got the jersey on. It's the jersey. Man, come on with it. We play Green Bay.
Y'all talking about some magical superstition shit that I can't get with.
Hey, so check this out, y'all, because we do have to move on. We had a couple of funny memes, and I gotta post them up there. Kenya, you can go ahead and start posting the funny memes. Hey, look, they was giving it to both of y'all teams because, of course,
as they should.
Yeah,
they should.
So can you go ahead and post the first meme that they put up there? Wait, hold on. It's here. It's right here. There you go. I thought that was hilarious. Also, this meme here.
Hey, but that's relevant. Like that is 28 years of proof.
Actually, that circle need to be bigger. In every place you see an arrow, they need to put that one box that says fans get delusional. That needs to be in every spot where there's an arrow, because the fans are delusional.
Hey, next meme is funny as hell to me.
Find something new to say.
BG, I mean, Mr. Black.
Find something new to say.
Mr. Black.
I'm an Eagles fan, and that's funny.
That's funny as hell, man.
That's funny.
Hey,
They're
but
doing that woman wrong.
it wouldn't be fair for me not to poke fun at my own team. So here y'all go, y'all. That's some bullshit right there, but that was funny. So I gotta get into, y'all know how we do it, man, because y'all been on here enough. We got to get into some fourth quarter news, man. I love the conversation, though. Shit, y'all know football fans, it get rough. We personal about our team. So that is what it is. But I got to get into some fourth quarter news. So apparently the Jets coach said that he will quit on the spot if the Jets pick up Kaepernick. Man, what are y'all thoughts on that? You can go around table. Whoever want to start first.
I'll fire off on that one, since I don't have a dog in the race. We did lose to the Jets this season, but I get why people don't want to be associated with him. I get his cause. He sued the NFL. He won, but he's got that stigma attached to him that no team want to touch. He's that guy. And aside from the politics,
I'm sorry. What's the stigma?
The stigma that you remember he was kneeling.
Mm-hmm.
The flag, whatever, and that's political, man. I don't personally get into politics and all that. But to be honest with you, Kaepernick was kind of on a downslide of his. They did go to the Super Bowl against the Ravens, which ironically might be the Super Bowl this year, but he wasn't really a consistent quarterback. And I just think that his level of play and the attention and the media circus that he's going to bring, nobody want to deal with it. That's my take.
Mr. Black, what you got?
So that's a confirmed, like he for sure said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Saleh. I think that's weak.
Wait, hold on, real quick, Mr. Black. Allegedly, that's what he said. All right, now go ahead.
Okay, for sure. I think that's weak as hell, man. I don't know Robert Saleh as far as like his technical, like if he's mixed or black, white. It seemed like he got something in there, you know what I'm saying, that would put him on our side of the room a little bit. And for you, and I know you said politics, but to me, what Colin Kaepernick was kneeling for ain't politics. It's just human treatment. So I'm saying that for that to be the basis of what he stood for, and for you to be a coach of some kind of color and go as far as to say that I would quit my job if we signed him, when y'all had quarterback troubles this year, when Aaron Rodgers got hurt, that's dumb. That's weak too. It's like if Colin Kaepernick can help your team win football games right now, why wouldn't you be open to him coming? Nobody's saying he's going to come sign a $200 million contract, but I'm saying right now, really financially, you could probably get Colin Kaepernick for anything. And if he can play football, especially better than Zach Wilson, sorry ass, you should be open to anything. That's all I'm saying. But for you to go to that extreme to say I would quit my job if you signed him, like Colin Kaepernick is some kind of dude that raped people or murdered people or anything like that, that's a little bit extreme for me. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Especially with it looking like you have some kind of, like I said, color in who you are to say that. So I think that's a bit extreme, but that's me.
Mr. Ford, what you got on that?
All right, my answer. If he's the coach, deem the player worthy of being on the team, and the ownership or the GM goes out and get a player that he doesn't agree with, I understand what he's standing on. I don't think that's a personal dig at Kaepernick. I think that's a coach, and basically that's something that the Cowboys have been dealing with as a team. That when your leadership, when your GM doesn't listen to your coach, if your coach doesn't, no, I'm just using that as an example.
Why are we in this though? Go ahead though. Why are we?
Because because it's relevant. What I'm saying is relevant. It's not a dig. Let me know. It's a dig is if I'm telling you.
Go ahead.
If you want to take the facts as a dig, anybody, whether you're a Cowboy lover or a hater, can admit that the general manager and the coach relationship that the Cowboys who are y'all want to say is the greatest franchise in the world, the most identified franchise. So we see them. We see this happening. If the GM and the coach are not on the same page, that's going to cause problems for your team. So if he's saying, if his reasoning for saying this is because he don't agree and the GM still goes out and grabs a player that he doesn't agree with, then it's going to cause friction between the coach and the team. Now it makes him look like the bad guy. And so it's not to me, that's not a Kaepernick situation. It's more of any player. If I'm the coach and I say, this is who I feel like should be on the team, and the GM says, well, screw you, this is who I want, that's bad business for that franchise. And the Jets are a terrible franchise when it comes to quarterbacks. And if you don't have the management and the coaches on the same page, then they're doomed. They're doomed to be what they are and what they've been. So I think this story is less about Kaepernick and more about another situation with a franchise that's showing that they got a GM and a coach that are on two different pages.
All right, let me stretch my legs a little bit.
Talent, though. Let it be about the talent. I'm before you go, Tate, all I'm saying is the correlation to say or to say that he's nothing but trouble, I would quit my job, is not about football. Let it be. Well, let that be about football.
I think that's a
Kaepernick thing.
Right, but
you're saying that why is he trouble? What has Kaepernick done in his career on the football field to say that he's trouble besides stand up for a cause?
Well, we're
that's
saying
extreme.
We're saying that it's speculation that's what he said until
allegedly.
We know. Right, until we know. So I don't want to argue a speculation unless we get a direct quote showing that he actually said that. I'm gonna go to what we do know in the situation that if they are looking at Kaepernick, if the coach don't deem the player worthy of being on the team and the GM does, then you have a problem right there. That takes away.
I was responding to the quote, brother. I was
responding to the quote that put up. Let me stretch my legs. My turn. Let me get in this because I'm going to go based on the allegations that were put out there that he specifically said if Kaepernick get on the team, he's going to quit. Now, I'm going to call that some hoe shit. Reason why I call it hoe shit is because, again, if you are looking at him as having too much heat on him or he's too much trouble or anything like that, you're the fucking problem. You're the problem. And it's a damn shame because that he kind of looked like a brother, right? He got a little bit of brother in him.
I want to say it's somewhere.
It's a damn shame that Kaepernick already had to fight against them. Now he got to fight against us, not wanting to give the opportunity. Here's what I'm going to say, y'all. First of all, I know damn well Colin Kaepernick wouldn't be the worst quarterback to ever be picked up because he still got it. However, this is what pisses me off in hindsight about Kaepernick. Stop trying to fucking get involved in with a game. Kaepernick, dude, you're such a name that if you go to the CFL, the XFL, or wherever, the crowd is going to follow you to see what you're doing. Stop looking for their damn approval. You don't need to play in the NFL. Fuck the NFL. Because now you're your own brand. You're no longer just another quarterback that's in the NFL. You're your own brand.
Transcended the sport.
So where you have now, if I'm not mistaken, The Rock that owns the XFL has the same caliber of athletes. They just ain't get the opportunity or don't have the name or don't have the NFL or whatever the hell. Maybe they were smoking cigarettes and the NFL didn't like it or whatever the case, they didn't make it. Go over there and blow that up. Go over there and make that large. Why do you always have to be a little captain on a big ass ship when you can go and be the leader and make that other ship big? Come on, man. Kaepernick got enough pull to go to one of the CFL, XFL, whatever, and actually become part owner on some damn stock if he signed the right contract.
Well,
stop begging for these motherfuckers' approval, dude.
I agree with you as far as because the NFL has coldly said No, Colin Kaepernick, as far as playing
Yes.
with them again. But what I am gonna say is the NFL is the NFL. So as an athlete, you want to compete at the highest level, and right now that's the NFL. So I can understand why, if he doesn't feel that he's physically done, he has desire to play in the NFL still because he's done it. And
Right.
when he did do it, he did it well. He got to the Super Bowl. He was one of the best quarterbacks in the league at one point. And
Absolutely.
and when you get there and you feel like that, you, whether we believe it or not, whether he still got it or not, he believes he has it. So I can understand the desire, but I am with you. Because earlier he wrote like a letter to the Jets. Like, that's funny that this is coming back up because he wrote a letter saying that he would come in and he felt like he could play right now, but he could also back up Zach Wilson. I don't like hearing that kind of, because it feels like you're begging. And when we have put you on this platform to say, hey man, we riding with Cap, as far as your stance on what you stood for during that time. The NFL already apologized, made a little campaign. Maybe that was political, because of the whole George Floyd movement at the time. But they still apologized. They just didn't say it with actions by letting this man actually get another job in the NFL. So I'm with you. I don't want to see you begging for a job, but I do. But if the right opportunity came, let's say a team reached out to him and said, "Hey, we want to bring you in for a tryout because we think you can help us." In that situation, I'm cool with it. But yeah, I don't want to see you groveling, begging, man. Like, hey, please let me back in the league. Don't do that, bro, because you have already established yourself as someone that's bigger than the sport. The cause you
Right.
stood for, we will forever remember that. You know what I'm saying? That's in brain. You will remember. Oh, I remember the years when Colin Kaepernick was kneeling, that whole movement. So don't do that. But I do agree with your overall assessment of, hey man, for you to look like you got some kind of brother in there and have that strong of a stance, allegedly, that you would quit your job if they went and signed the player, I think it's crazy. Especially
Okay, so
when right now he better than Zach Wilson. We know that. At
can I
least.
say
Right.
this? The site that led with that story is called Snoops. They are known and they have been tagged as a satire site. And this was noted. This was an article that was posted in September of 2023. If
Gotcha.
that if Robert Sayers has said that, trust me, ESPN, Fox Sports, everybody would have been on that. So that's why I
For sure.
said what I said. I don't anytime it's allegedly, we have to make sure that we don't attack. We be careful on how we attack the person, because if they didn't say that and we don't have no proof of them saying that, then we may have created a firestorm that was targeted towards somebody and it was something they never said.
For
Right.
Right.
sure.
And I respect
Allegedly.
that.
For sure.
I respect that. And due to the fact that none of us have insider tips or whatever, or somebody on the inside giving us factual
Right.
information. So
Right.
only thing we can do is go by what's written for the most part. And that's why we say alleged.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
and that's why I started off by saying, if you did those things, that
Right.
if word
Right.
is very powerful. If
Right.
you did those things, that was whole shit. And I'm gonna
Right.
For
stand by
sure.
what I
I
said.
agree. I agree with
Now,
Yeah.
that.
if you didn't do those
Will.
things,
Yeah.
it's not whole
It's
shit.
not. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna move on to the next one, and I hope this is true because I'm happy about this one. Shit, Isaiah Thomas is getting his opportunity with the Memphis Grizzlies.
Oh, okay.
I'm very happy, and I hope that this is true. Allegedly, Isaiah Thomas is getting his opportunity. He's one of many players that I feel shouldn't have never been out the league in the first place. I feel like
I agree.
Boston fucked him over.
Yeah, they did.
And so I'm happy that he's getting his opportunity. However, what are y'all thinking? Let's start with BGeezy. He's been quiet over there for a minute.
I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing, man.
Jeezy.
I like Isaiah Thomas. I think he was a very dynamic player. The only thing about that situation is I feel like it's short lived. At best, he's going to be a scab because when Morant comes back, you're the same, not caliber, the same type player he is. Y'all kind of, these innovative point guards, explosive, go to the hole. Do they even need you as a backup? You know, you're coming in there because the man got hurt. You get a chance to create a spark. But we done seen this happen. Kyrie Irving replace you. So now you're going into another situation where you got another superstar looming over your head, and you maybe he come in there, he make his, put his feet down on the ground, make his little imprint. But when John Morant come back, what do we say about Isaiah Thomas? So now you're going to be basically back in the situation that you're in now. You may get a chance to raise your stock for a team next year that wants to take you. But I think that with certain players, you're not a top tier, high caliber superstar player. You're going to be just a journeyman. And so his situation is good for this year. He may do good, best case scenario. Somebody want to pick him up at the veteran minimum, whatever, but he's never going to have that buzz that he did when he was playing with Boston. So I like it, but it's like, when is the real meal coming?
BG's, it ain't that deep, brother. It ain't that deep. Look, man.
Okay.
I remember when Isaiah Thomas was playing for the Celtics before Kyrie Irving, before they blew that whole thing up. I remember saying when this guy was in the playoffs, hey man, this guy is special. He's phenomenal. To be that short, to have the impact he had on the game, talking about 25, 35, 40 points or whatever. For him to have that, you're right. He's not going to be at that level. But at this point, I'm sure Isaiah Thomas knows that. Like, he's probably 7, 8 years removed from that. I think he's probably mid-30s. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, this is just this man wanting to play the sport that he loves. That's it. I got another opportunity to play in the NBA, to extend my career a little bit. That's all this is. He knows John Morant come back. He out of there. He just want to play a little bit. Maybe, like you said, maybe he'll play this year. Somebody feel like he can help him next year. That's all this is. I don't think he's going into it with a realistic expectation that I could sign a big contract for the Grizzlies. He's just trying to play. I agree with Tate. I never felt like that Isaiah should have been out of the league. Boston felt like that by upgrading to Kyrie Irving, in their opinion, would have helped their team more. But honestly, if they would have kept Isaiah Thomas for a little while longer and built around that nucleus that they had at the time, maybe they would have seen success a little earlier than they saw it. Instead, because when they got Kyrie, he was really irrelevant to them. He got hurt, then he wanted to get out, and y'all gave that up for Isaiah Thomas. So Isaiah Thomas at the least bit could have been someone's backup, someone's sixth man off the bench, come in, give you 15 points maybe. So he at least could have been that all these years. And I think that it's a shame that he hasn't been in the league, that he's had to resort to G League or overseas or whatever instead of being in the NBA, because he's at least talented enough to be a sixth man. Yep. So hopefully he plays with the Grizzlies this season and somebody decides, hey, I want to bring him in as my sixth man, seventh, eighth man, whatever off the bench, and he can, play a couple years before he retires.
Mr. Ford, handle your business.
Man, when I saw the headline, I thought he was going to coach. That's what he needed to do. He done. He 5'9", he's 36. He's 5'9". I mean, hey, if he can play and get his money, I'm all for that. But realistically, he's 36 years old. He's 5'9". He's been. I mean, he couldn't play for the Lakers as bad as they were. He got cut from the Mavericks. He's been a journeyman in the last 4 or 5 years. There's a reason for that. Yep. The only reason why the Grizzlies are hurting bad, like they're hurting. So yeah, he got a spot. He won't average more than 8 points. This league has passed him by, and it's too late now. I mean, get why he can get it, but next year he won't. He needs to go coach, and get your bag.
Can I ask you something?
I must say.
I just want to ask Mr. Ford something. I'm just genuinely curious. When you say the league has passed him by, what about Isaiah Thomas' game that you feel like is not translating in today's game?
He's 5'9", and he's 36.
So short. You saying shorter guards can't play in today's game?
Name me one.
I mean, there are short guards, but I
for
don't.
Atlanta, Trey.
5'9", 5'9".
Trae Young.
Trae Young is not 5'9".
Well, he ain't 5'9", but he's
And Trae Young is young. So
hey, he ain't 5'9", but he got baby hair.
Right.
I feel like you can say the same thing about when he was doing what he was doing in the league. He was short.
No.
Short people in general are always going to be a minority in the NBA because it's a tall man's game. So the same, if you want to say he lost a step as far as quickness, agility, that's the reason. But him just being short, I don't think is the reason he's out of the league.
No, but
he old, bro.
All right, so check this out. Check this out.
One thing that I said he's short and he old. He's past his
You
prime.
said he's 36?
Yeah.
You said he's 36? Yeah, no, but the only thing I will say to rebuttal that just a little bit is that 36 in 95 and 36 in 2024 is a little different with the way these guys take care of their bodies, the way they train, and the way they keep themselves up to where they can play a little longer. I would say it's not as old as maybe you're saying, but I feel you.
But do you know
let me get in this because I ain't never. Go ahead, Ty.
One of the other reasons why he hasn't made it on other teams is because he's been injury prone. So again, that goes to your age. They're not coming back as quickly as they used to when they was younger. If we're talking about a 28-year-old Isaiah Thomas, I'm with y'all. Give him the opportunity. But at 36, unless your name is LeBron James, and we still see LeBron hobble with injuries, but unless your name is LeBron James, at 36, you're almost at the end of your career.
Yeah.
And you're at a disadvantage because you're 5'9". And
well, I wanna wait. Hold on.
5, 6 years.
Hold on, brother. Hold on, brother. I gotta get into this because I want to bring up and file a lawsuit against Ty Ford.
Damn.
For heightism. Is that some shit? This is gonna be the first case to go to court for heightism because I'm 5'9", god dog it. So I'm really taking offense to it. Let me tell you something. First of all, I think Isaiah Thomas is different, and this is what I mean by this. He's not that 5'9" like Nate Robinson, who depended on his athleticism to get him by.
Right.
He's not that 5'9" that was quicker than a hiccup, similar to Allen Iverson, who wasn't 5'9", but quicker than a hiccup. Isaiah Thomas has always played at his pace and has always had to get his shot off over somebody way taller than him. So this is nothing new. It's nothing new. The only thing that's new to him is not being a dominant scorer, and I think he can make that adjustment. That's just me saying personally. Even though with Memphis, now he's going to have to be a dominant scorer. And I'm going to tell you like this. If Isaiah Thomas can still put that ball in the basket, I don't know about nobody else, but I will personally call Pat Riley because Miami Heat need another dominant scorer, and that's what he is. See, you got to understand. You're saying that he was injury prone. I'm saying that he was emotionally damaged because Boston tried to push him during a time that his sister was murdered, and he never had a chance to mentally recover from that. So where they're saying that it was physical injury, no, Isaiah Thomas was injured here. And he still had enough mental toughness to get Boston through some tough playoff games and take them to a game 7. Now, did he get hurt? Absolutely. He pulled a hamstring, did whatever little simple thing that basketball players normally do. But that was not Isaiah Thomas's problem. Isaiah Thomas, remember when his sister was murdered, they showed him boo-hooing on the bench before the playoff game. So how do you ever recover? And then Boston, old dirty ass, gonna trade him during that time when they should have rewarded that man with a contract.
Right.
Not saying max deal, but they should have rewarded him with a hell of a contract because he showed dedication and everything to y'all franchise. But what did y'all do? Oh, we can go get Kyrie Irving. Guess what? I'm gonna tell y'all this secret. They never did better with Kyrie Irving than they did with Isaiah Thomas.
They did worse.
They did worse. They did worse.
At that production from that spot,
They did worse.
They did
the
worse.
Chemistry between Tatum and Brown was best when Isaiah Thomas was there, not Kyrie Irving. And not even today, in my opinion. So I'm going to go back to saying when Ty said he was hurt, they moved him from Boston to Cleveland, from Cleveland to, if I'm not mistaken, the Mavs, and from the Mavs to the Lakers or vice versa. Dude, when you're dealing with emotional shit and then all that's happening, you're not going to be that top quality player. So honestly, the best thing that happened for Isaiah Thomas is that he spent a little time out of the league to get himself right. I think he's right now, and I think he would be a nice piece, a nice addition on somebody's team. That's just my opinion. We're going to move on to the next fourth quarter story, and this will be the last because I know this one's going to get wild. Go ahead and put it up there, Kenya. I'm sick of this shit. So allegedly, DeAndre Ayton is upset about getting adult star pregnant, claiming the child isn't his. Y'all, how many times we got to see this damn type of story? And I'm going to tell y'all the type of story when it's my turn. But B. Jeezy, handle your business, man. What the hell is going on?
I'm going to say this. You know, I'm not going to go on a long rant. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
You got that right.
You know, you're an NBA player. These women see you as cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. You're gonna be their financial savior. All it takes is one moment, and they set for the next 18, 20 years. You fell into the trap like most young, inexperienced ballers do. And now you mad because somebody didn't told you, hey, you know what happened to Tristan Thompson about to happen to you. You know what happened to what's the guy name? It's gonna happen to you. Yeah, Zion, you know they're gonna take you up through that same path. Oh, no. This not gonna be me. Bro, listen. You played with fire. The residual effect is you're gonna get burned. If you didn't get burned, but the first time you was in it, you're gonna get burned. So this is something you did. I don't even know why this keep making the news with these NBA players and these porn stars, because one is way up here, one is way down there. Your worlds meet and collide. What you think is gonna happen? You got your paycheck on the one end, buddy. You got your moment of pleasure. Now you got to get out there and pay for it. That's my take.
I agree with BGZ where I feel like that. I don't even know why this is making the news. In today's culture and time, does this shit really even matter? I'm like, listen, man. It's entertainment, right? So because it's entertainment, these worlds do collide, right? So, but no NBA team is going to cut you because you got an adult star pregnant. So I'm saying if you're DeAndre Ayton, just stand on it, young man. You mess with this girl because you like what she do, in the bedroom, and that's fine. You ain't the only man that has fell victim to that and has had a moment to where it resulted in a kid that you probably didn't really want to have a kid with. But stand on it. If this is all true, of course. But stand on it, because women do lie sometimes about who's the daddy. But I'm saying if you knew that girl was who she was and you laid down with her in a certain way, stand on it. That's not going to change. If I'm your partner, if I'm your family member, that's not going to change how I feel about you as a person because you got a film star pregnant. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Stand on it. Respect that woman the same way you respected her when you went over there, and go on about your business. If you got a kid with her, take care of the kid, and just make sure your kid know that if you become an NBA superstar or an NBA star, be more careful about who you decide to give your seed, and that's what it is.
Mr. Ford.
I went to her Instagram because I want to see how she looked. Bro, I think if you're a millionaire like that and you shoot up the club to a porn star, even if she don't have a baby, you should pay child support because you just being ignorant. Like it's just like if I'm not lying. If I was a millionaire, he make 21 million. I think he getting 21 million a year. If I made 21 million and I met a porn star and I decided that I'm skeeting her, I'm going to the judge and said, go ahead and put me on child support. She ain't pregnant. Yeah, but I was stupid enough to skeet in her, which means I went raw in her. Guess what, bro? Whatever the results are, just deal with it. You didn't have no problem getting with her. And I'm not knocking him for getting with her because hey,
Me
choose
neither.
who you want to choose. But I hope he's not crying about it. I hope he's not saying, oh, she's trying to get me. You got yourself. You got yourself. Like when you do something like that, you got yourself. And I'm looking at her. Look, if I was DeAndre's homeboy, I would inbox him a couple of pictures of a couple of chicks on Pornhub. Not that I know, but a couple of chicks that I might know that's on Pornhub that I say, bro, get in these instead of this one. Like you got better choices. With 21 million, he had better choices than hey man, I just hate seeing these brothers make crazy mistakes like that. So
where you play at again? Because he got
DeAndre
traded
Ayton
to Phoenix,
is
right?
in Portland.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
And he up there. He's definitely in Becky land. So
Right.
he need to be wrapping up
It
all
ain't
day.
sunny in Portland.
But yeah, he probably up there shooting up the club. Him and Zion, crazy ass. If you shoot up the club, then it's buy the club. You're gonna have to buy the club.
Can I
stand
jump
on
in?
it, man?
Can I jump in here
that.
for a minute? Let me jump in here for a minute. So, us four gentlemen, and again, I've never been ashamed of my panel as I am now, because all of y'all asses, y'all not pointing out the obvious. So, in my opinion, y'all, we are all four average pocket brothers, right? Ain't no goddamn Insta hoe or no porn woman or nothing like that in our inbox, right?
No.
DeAndre Ayton is ugly than a motherfucker. And you actually think that you can see this porn star and you can pull her based on nothing but your pocket? Come on, dog.
Maybe he got a good personality, Tate. Maybe he's funny.
DeAndre Ayton got the personality of an apple.
No. He got a good personality. It's called 21 million a year.
And see, that's the right problem. There too. That's the problem. This thing, because there is I'm gonna call it a virus going around where these ugly dudes are actually looking in the mirror and thinking they are better looking than what the hell they really are based on their pocket.
No, it's called women.
And actually thinking that this woman will give you the time of day on your own merit without your pocket being involved. Now I'm gonna say this.
Hey, she gave him a little bit more than the time of day, my guy.
Oh, she gave him the monkey. Now, in saying that, why are you grocery shopping on Instagram or Pornhub or wherever the case is when you know that the likelihood of that shit being what it is that you're seeing is highly unlikely. Highly unlikely.
He a young guy, Tate.
Absolutely. Okay, we get all that, but it's sometimes where us folks, and I'm gonna say 35 and over. I don't even know what the hell Mr. Black is. You might be 29, but it's time for us to it's time for us to start talking to these young dudes and showing them reality versus what this illusion that we're getting from all this fakeness in the world. Yo, my man, where was a woman of that caliber when your ass was playing high school ball and couldn't afford a pair of shoes?
Well,
that's what I'm saying. I'm sorry.
He said, unless I interpreted it wrong, I think he was saying she ain't all that. You know what I'm saying? She probably.
Well, Tom definitely said she ain't all that. That's fine. However, he did that based on, wow, I got a porn star. What the hell? Like, wait a minute. We better, and I'm finna be a little logical right now, man. On the real, I gotta bring the real Miss TMI out right now. If you value your production system and your genes, Stop shooting up any damn club. Because what's gonna happen is a rat gonna run out, just like DeAndre Ayton, Zion Williamson getting these pregnant. What makes you think that a woman of that quality is gonna produce your next heir apparent? See, they young and they don't understand, man.
No.
They just going and they just anything that look good, which nowadays with the makeup and the magic that goes on, you can find a dime and that used to be an ugly young man.
No, Tate, hold on now. Now I don't know how long it's been since you were maybe in your mid-20s. I don't know how long, but in your mid-20s, if they gave you a $20 million a year contract, you're gonna probably make some dumb decisions too.
Hey,
Because I made some.
The
when I
only
was
dumb
20-something.
Mr.
Hey, at 49, if they give it to me today, I'm gonna make some stupid mistakes.
No, I'll be honest. Me, I'm different. I'm different. I'm different, dog. Because I'm gonna be for real with you. I saw my uncle die of the first version of AIDS.
Oh well,
The first AIDS. So I was never willing to just lay down with anything.
No, I understand that.
One. Number
But
two,
you're an exception
21 million. The worst thing I would have did is probably gave people money that didn't deserve it.
At 25,
However, at 25 years old, I knew my reality. I was skinny, I was funny looking, and there ain't wasn't nobody checking for me. Now,
but
I'm gonna put it
when
like
you
this.
in cities, when you in NBA cities every night, and these girls are, hey, you handsome, hey, you know all this. I'm just saying, but that's you now. I'm saying in your 20s with a lot of money, it's possible.
Bruh,
it's
possible.
Cut the young man some slack.
I'm not saying it's impossible, but at the end of the day, y'all, for decades they've been popping athletes.
Right.
What makes you think?
Tate, take your hat off, Tate. Tate, take your hat off.
Yes, sir.
He tried to say the same. I'm the same nigga.
Is that
Hey, God damn it.
No.
The first scandal of the year on TMI News.
Wait, is that instead of DeAndre Ayton, that was me behind him? Ain't that
was you?
DeAndre Tate? DeAndre Tate.
Now, I'm gonna say this. The reason why I know that couldn't have been me is she wouldn't have been able to hold no phone.
Okay.
Fuck out of here. Oh no, let me stop.
She
I done got me fired up.
I don't know what is she a porn star, man? I don't know.
Man, I don't give a damn what
you do that for a living.
She used to it. She used to it.
She do that for a living, my girl.
Let me tell you something. It's a 10-round fight, and I ain't getting knocked out in the first goddamn round.
I know that's right.
Tate, just go and tell the truth. Call your brother and tell him he made a mistake. Because y'all
okay, good. If that was my brother, I'm kicking his ass.
What?
And that's on the real. If I'm his brother, I'm kicking his ass.
Damn.
Reason why I'm kicking his ass is because I already put you up on game and told you what these hoes about, and you still fell for the dummy.
And then you're gonna go buy your niece or nephew something at the baby store, because at the end of the day, that's the end result. You still gonna have a niece or nephew in there.
Wait! I got a porn star niece or nephew, whatever you call it.
Hey, that's at the end of the day, man. I'm sure, Tate, that those Seminoles, those veterans, all those people told these young guys, hey, watch out for these women, as if they really got to tell you, because there's enough information out that if you a young kid coming up, AAU system, college, whatever the case may be, you know what to watch out for. So this ain't a case of he didn't know. This is a case of he knew and still decided to make that decision. So that's what all we saying is, because he decided to make that decision, then you just got to live with it. You got to stand on it, respect it.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you laid with that girl, and that was the result. If you would have laid with her more safely, this would have never even been a possibility. But not only did you lay with her, you laid with her dangerously, meaning you opened yourself up to STDs, and again to kids, and again AIDS. So because of that, I would rather have the kid than have any of those things like AIDS or anything. So if that's what you
You
got,
right. You
then
right.
you just have to live with you having a kid. And unfortunately, you're gonna have to explain to him one day what your mama may
That,
have to do
that
for a
your
living
mama
at
a
one
hoe.
point. Hey
Wait,
man,
wait.
it's a profession. It's a profession,
Uh-huh.
and that's what she was doing. All right. Unfortunately, you just subjected your son maybe to a lot of childhood trauma because kids are
Yes.
mean. But hey, at the end of the day, he got it again. If this is true, because we can't say that women don't
Allegedly.
lie, because women do
Yes.
lie sometimes
Alleged.
about
Yeah.
these situations. Now, if
But
this is true, then he just got to live with that, and that's just what it is.
Mr. Black, look how dumb the picture looked though. Look how let's analyze this goddamn picture. Look how dumb the picture looked. You a dumbass for taking this picture.
That's clearly DeAndre Ayton. Like there's no doubt about that.
Right. Or apparently DeAndre Tayton. But go ahead. Ty, your ass ain't shit for that.
He won't be he ain't the first and he won't be the last, Mr. Tate.
Nope.
There's gonna
Right.
be some other kid.
And
The crazy thing is she might be an amateur star. Not even like the ones that used to be on the tapes or the CDs back in the day, to where it's probably like an OnlyFans model. I think that's what Zion did. I think it was OnlyFans for Zion.
Zion might as well have just, y'all remember that aquarium that was on All About the Benjamins?
Yeah.
He might as well have just stuck his private part in that.
Yeah.
Based on the hoes that he got. So in wrapping this up, man, DeAndre Ayton, allegedly you're a dumbass. Look at how he's smiling at it. Put the picture up again. Look how he's smiling.
He was happy, Tate. He was happy.
Hey, you don't think that he knew that he knew he was being recorded? He was having the time of his life.
Hey, he happy, they happy.
Right. He saw that phone, Tate. He saw what she was doing. You mean to tell me you didn't see her doing that? With you behind her?
Hey, obviously he liked what she just did for him. He happy.
You know what? I got a good friend of mine. He told me something a long time ago. He said, if you liked it when you was doing it, like it with the outcome.
That's true. Facts. Hey, so we're gonna wrap this up because we went. Hey, whatever. We ain't gonna even talk about how long we went. We go as long as we want to go. Bold and driven, baby. That's what we do all day long. Now what? Who gonna stop us? Nobody. Now, and saying all of that, I want each of y'all to go around the circle promoting what your next project is. Be Jeezy, man. My bad, bro. You got a hell of a podcast, dog. Tell us about it, man.
Okay, so we do this little Zoom through the group. In Common Sense Chronicles, we're trying to transition that into a little podcast platform. We are every Fridays we on at 10:30 Eastern time, 9:30. We just talk about real grown folk, relationship, adult topics. You know, we freestyle, we do our thing, we get in a good little following Tate, then popped in on us a couple of nights, and then we try and transition that to something bigger. So if you ain't in the group, Mr. Black, you in the group. You ain't in the group, join the group.
Mr. Black.
Yeah, man. Before I go, I just want to say shout out to y'all gentlemen. Tate, of course, always a pleasure. Jeezy and Mr. Ty Ford is our first time meeting. Thank you, brothers, for engaging with me today. I just want to say it's nothing personal. It's just sports talk. You know what I'm saying? I never met you brothers, but as far as projects, right now I'm shooting a Christmas film called Christmas with the Fam. That's here in Dallas, Texas. We got one more day and we'll be finished. Of course, I got Mojo Savage, which is a film that's right now out on Tubi. I got The Drop Spot, which is on Peacock, and on Tubi. It's a comedy. So check those projects out and look out for Christmas with the Fam coming later this year. Other than that, man, I'll be on here, and you know what I'm saying, you never know where else I might pop up.
You got that shit right. Ty Ford.
What's up?
What you got going on, brother?
Ain't doing shit.
Hey, he can talk that shit all he want, but Ty Ford is about to relaunch a damn it epic, right? Are you coming back?
Yeah.
Damn that. You ain't even gotta say whatever you launching or whatever. Only thing I'm gonna do is hold my shoe up, which I can't do that right now, and do this like Scottie Pippen did.
Come on back, Mike.
Come back.
Yeah,
so
we about to jump in there. Got a couple of film projects that we're in pre-production. I just been taking my time, so this has been a long time coming. mybadbrand.com. You'll get to see a lot of our shorts and podcasts. We're going to launch Iron Royalty Radio back. But of course, it's going to be more on the video podcast side. We still will have the streaming music today as well. Bad Guy Eats, food, mixology, all of that good stuff. So we just, and we're doing some writing and acting coaching seminars. Bro, the whole time we was talking, I didn't know you was the guy. I saw the drop spot.
The drop spot?
Yeah, I saw. Okay, so and so you did Mojo Savage. Okay, so now I know who you are now. Okay.
Oh
cool.
no, right. and I didn't know you was Tom Ford. All that is making sense. I've heard of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. You in Dallas too, then?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we got a link, man. We got a link.
Sir.
Yeah.
Man, hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Y'all know what I do. I bring folk together.
Oh,
that's what I do.
Yeah.
We pulling all look here at Bold and Driven, man. We blowing the wall. We blowing the walls up. There's no more walls. We bringing everybody together in DFW because there's too much damn talent for it to be separated out here. So I'm glad that y'all got to meet each other and go to war a little bit, but also have the utmost respect for each other here on TMI Sports Talk. I want to say that. Hey, on January 26th, make sure you get your ticket because Mr. TMI will be hosting the premiere for Creep, which is a JF Bailey Productions. Also, man, I'm in 3 different movies this year. Apparently 4 now. Apparently 4 now. And then, not only that, Mr. TMI is hosting a comedy show on April 6th. I'll give y'all more information. It's already, everything is already cooked. Now I just got to serve it. So y'all get ready, man. I'm going to be your host at the comedy show as well. And you might see me on a stage near you very soon. So, and saying all of that, I got to say thank you, brothers, for joining this platform. I love this. This is what we do. And we looking forward to more talk. We were supposed to talk wrestling this week, but damn it, football was just too hot. So
we missed that, bro.
Yeah, we were supposed to talk wrestling, but I am going to bring back Ty Ford for next week because we're gonna be talking wrestling next week. So we're gonna have Ty Ford. The other 2 gentlemen, I don't think y'all get down like that, right?
It's been a while. I peek every now and then into it, but
not since the Stone Cold and the Rock days, man.
Yeah, you gotta be connoisseurs, and I'm gonna publicly ask for y'all support, man. When I launch this project, as far as the comedy show, man, I want to see every last one of y'all there, man. So BG,
sure.
All that shit ready.
I'll be there, brother.
Yes, sir. Man, it'll be an honor, bro. Honor. So, in saying that, hey, the panel has spoken. And for our director, Miss Kenya B. Did I say that right? Shake my head. I'm practicing. She got a new name, y'all. Kenya B. Like B-N-G-B. On behalf of Kenya B. Hey, man, we out of here, y'all. Thank y'all again for tuning in. We out of here. Peace.
Next time.
Mr. Ford.